Beste kijkers, welkom bij Natrajtv Lifestyle. Vandaag in ons programma gaan wij het hebben over Global Ragas. Global Ragas is een Indian classical music school, opgezet door Chetna Segal. Chetna is Master of Music. Tevens heeft zij een gouden medaille uitgereikt gekregen door Delhi University voor haar uitmuntendheid in haar muzikale prestaties. Ze is hier vandaag bij ons te gast in de studio en we gaan uitgebreid met haar hebben over haar muziekschool Global Ragas. Chetna, welcome.
Thank you.
That was a brief introduction of you. Could you tell something more about yourself?
I was born and brought up in northern part of India, Delhi. And I was raised in a family where discipline was given a lot of importance. My parents gave me exposure to learn music, and I was always surrounded by art and culture. And as a part of my growing up, I had the opportunity to meet great maestros in Hindustani classical music. My parents used to take me to the concerts, and I was very fortunate to meet people who had big names in this industry. And since then, my journey has been going on in music.
So, and what triggered you to start your own music school here in the Netherlands?
Well, the dream of Global Ragas started much before coming to the Netherlands. As soon as I got to know that I'm getting married and I have to travel overseas to the Netherlands, I started building up my ideas and plannings around the school. So the only purpose to bring Indian classical music to the Netherlands from where I belong to was to promote this culture wherever I am, no matter where I am, in any part of the world. The only aim was to bring and promote this Hindustani classical music in the Netherlands. And I got the opportunity to work in the conservatorium as soon as I landed here. There was when I met a lot of great maestros and a lot of students from all walks of life. And we started sharing our ideas and music internationally here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Global Ragas, so why global? You already mentioned international, so...
Well, as you say, that it's global because it is international in its nature. And why international? Because I have people coming from all walks of life. Well, naming different communities would not be wise here, but yeah, I have a lot of students, my musical family, who come from different parts of the world. And that's why I call it global, because...
Okay. Then how do you teach these remote students then?
Well, there are few students who come and learn personally in private lessons where I teach in Amstelveen. And those who are from a different part of the world are learning through Skype or other video calling online lessons. That's how we make it possible, and we make it global.
Ah, okay. So modern media technology, very handy.
Yes.
And then you teach Indian classic music, but then just high level, how does that differ from Western classic music, for instance?
Well, there are a lot of differences. If you say, you can't name one difference between Hindustani classical and Western style. But I would like to mention the most important difference that we have and we know is the scale that we have in Hindustani classical. The sa is very flexible, just like we have in do, re, mi, fa in Western music. We have the same thing in Indian classical music as sa, re, ga, ma. The only difference is that the Western do is not movable, it's not flexible. It has to remain where it is. The key remains there, the melody remains as it is. Whereas, on the other hand, in Indian classical music, The sa is shiftable. It's very flexible. You can change the pitch of the sa to low or to middle or to high.
Interesting. Then also you organize on an annual basis a concert. Can you tell something more about that?
Yes. These annual concerts have begun 4 years ago. The school started around approximately a decade ago, but as gradually we were developing in this field, we realized that there should be a platform to showcase the talent of the students who are learning under Global Ragas. And that's how this idea triggered me, that they should have a platform to show their talent of what they are learning annually. And this is one thing we plan once in a year, where we all get together and we present what we have learned throughout the year in the form of Hindustani classical. That remains the base of our concerts.
And a month ago, you already had organized this year's concert in May 2018. And there was a special performance of a band, a woman's band, Ragini. So can you tell something about that?
Yes. Well, we see that it's a lot of male domination in Hindustani classical music. That's why I felt a need of creating something new, something special and unique, and that's why it is called Ragini, because as you can see in the name, it's a female name. It looks like a female name. And Ragini Fusion Band, why? Because we had a group of professionals, one coming from Indonesia, Sinta, who plays piano, Lenika playing the violin, the Hindustani classical instrument, Shruti is from southern India, she plays tabla on the percussion. Well, Lenika, I forgot to mention, she's from Netherlands. She's born and brought up here, and myself playing sitar. So it was a very unique combination which we tried to launch this year, and we were very fortunate to have a very positive response from the people.
Laten we even kijken naar een fragment van het concert. And Chetna, ragas. What are ragas exactly?
Well, this is a very challenging question, I will say, because it's not easy to explain raga in 2 lines. It's so vast and so wide in its nature that it can take maybe more than a lifetime to understand what a raga is actually. But to keep it very short, I would like to tell you that raga is just a melody which explains the emotions and feelings. It talks about seasons, it talks about time, it talks about your emotions, if you are happy or sad or in an angry mood. It's all about that. It's about your way of living. That's called a raga.
And there are many ragas, right? So how long does it take someone to master a rag?
Well, it can take as minimum as a year. I'm saying minimum a year, and maximum it can take more than a lifetime to understand one complete raga.
Okay. And do you practice raga as well?
Yes, my base is the ragas. My identity is from the ragas because I was trained in Indian classical music and I started my musical journey from the ragas. So I don't miss it even a single day. It's just like, you know, when you're waking up in the morning, you can't miss a day not doing your toothbrush, for example.
Okay.
Something like this, I say to all my musical friends that the consistency of doing your riyaz, your practice, especially in Hindustani classical field, is very, very crucial, is very important because it needs a lot of discipline. And I am the first one before saying to anyone that I practice myself. No matter what, no matter how many commitments I have with my family, my children, I make sure that I'm giving at least 20 minutes in a day to my music.
And Chetna, can you perhaps give us an example of how a rag sounds like? And maybe also link it to a Bollywood song or music?
Yes, sure. I would like to give an example of a very primary raga where we usually start our Hindustani classical trainings in. It's the foremost, it's one of the beginners level raga, which is called Rag Bhoop or Rag Bhupali. It's a pentatonic rag, which is including only 5 notes, that is sa, re, ga, pa, dha. That makes it 5. Now I will give you an example how it sounds like.
Yes, please do.
Sa re ga pa dha sa sa dha pa ga re sa. This combination makes sa re ga pa dha sa. This is called arho, ascending, and avroho, descending, makes the rag Bhupali. And to give you an example, in Bollywood singing, it has a lot of Bollywood numbers in Rag Bhupali, but few of them, only 2 lines, I can sing it for you. कांची रे प्रीत मेरी साची, रुक जा ना जा दिल तोड़ के हो। कांची रे प्रीत मेरी साची, रुक जा ना जा दिल तोड़ के। और देखा एक ख्वाब तो ये सिलसिले हुए, दूर तक निगाहों में है गुल खिले हुए। चंदा है तू मेरा सूरज है तू, ओ मेरी आँखों का तारा है तू। जीती हूँ मैं बस जीती हूँ मैं बस तुझे देख के, इस टूटे दिल का सहारा है तू। और इन आँखों की मस्ती में, इन आँखों की मस्ती के मस्ताने हजारों हैं, मस्ताने हजारों हैं, इन आँखों की मस्ती के।
That sounded amazing. Anything you would like to share with us?
Well, I would like to share one thing which I learned in my life from my musical gurus, that no matter what goes on, the show must go on. So all the people who love music should make an effort towards what they like. They should be passionate about something in life. So just try to follow your dreams and you will achieve your dreams one day.
I totally agree. Thank you, Chetna, for being our guest today.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
I wish you all the best with Global Ragas.
Ja,
Hiermee zijn we aan het eind gekomen van ons programma van vandaag. Natrajtv Lifestyle. Ziet u graag weer terug bij de volgende uitzending. Tot ziens.